What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I guess we're live. It is 3:26 p.m. on Saturday, and that is Eastern Standard Time. And I've got some interesting stuff I was looking into today, and I thought I'd share it with you. It's Saturday. I thought, I don't know, is anybody even going to be around on YouTube Saturday afternoon, getting ready for their day? Bitcoin is moving back up. Nick Esky is first. Yes, you are officially first, my friend. Thank you for joining me. Matt Roberts in the house at second. Josh Vanover. I'm seeing some new people. And I've noticed that my subscribers have started going up again. I cracked 79,000 today. And this video is to commemorate that. It's nice to see my subscribers going up. I guess, YouTube really is one of those things where if you put in the time, and your content's decent, you'll grow. And I've also noticed my boy BitBoy, who I don't even think he likes being called BitBoy anymore, but his videos have been starting to get a lot more views lately, and I'm really glad to see that because he's really put so much time and effort into his content and his videos and everything, and he's such a good dude, and it's just nice to see. It's nice to see him growing finally. I told him it'll come. Keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna blow up, and he will continue to grow. What's up, everybody? Never settles in the house. I'm always on YouTube, bro. Good. And I had to make my head a little smaller today. I don't think anybody will mind. Just so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Lots of people popping in chat. That's a freaking beautiful thing to see. I love it. So yeah, Bitcoin's back on a pump, and we'll see what happens over the weekend. Will we hit 10,000 by Monday? I don't know. This is a 4-hour candle. Looking at a daily. I mean, look, man, daily candles have been looking pretty nice. But it's kind of slowing down a little bit. So I don't know if we did hit 10 grand, I can see us getting a bit of a pullback at that point, bouncing off of 10,000 and then moving back down somewhere around 95 and starting over again. But, we'll see what happens. I like the action, though. I like what's happening. I guess I could scroll out a bit to see the bigger picture. What I also like is on a daily chart, my guppy waves basically expanding and broadening, which means that, that it's going to be more difficult for those to close and reverse. This is bull market, man. I mean, I really do. I think this is bull market. And one of the reasons I'm doing the video today is because I've been looking up a lot of different cryptocurrencies, and I know that one of the big things that people don't really look at often, you got a lot of these TA guys, which, it's all great, God love them for what they do, and there definitely is a sweet science to technical analysis, but I think in the crypto space, more so than even, I would say even traditional markets, sentiment is so vital. Because there are so many elements that, in this realm of transparency, right? The whole idea of blockchain technology is about the idea of transparency, security, decentralization, a trustless system, right? And with that comes the transparency of the teams and the people that are building these projects out and just all of that. And so sentiment is more easily obtained, good for better or worse, in the cryptocurrency market, I think, than just about any other market. And so because of that, I always look at sentiment to get an idea as to what the project is doing overall. The only problem with sentiment is that it's not always 100% foolproof, because especially after a bear market, you've got a lot of people who are still holding coins that they bought at a high. And so they feel that in order to protect their investment, they need to downplay or overall just shit on other projects, right? You've got EOS holders that are shitting on Cardano. You've got Cardano holders that are shitting on Tron or EOS. And you have these rivalries within the community. When the reality is, the more we help our fellow projects grow and expand and achieve more mass adoption in the space, the more we are inherently helping our own investments. Because the doubt we create and the sentiment we create for the projects we feel are competing with the ones we are holding ultimately falls back on I call it blast damage, right? I'm a big War Machine player. It's like your direct target is hit, but then you suffer blast damage to anything around it. So by creating this negative sentiment in the space, you're ultimately hurting everybody, and it just doesn't help anyone. I've always been one that, you know, I try to raise people up around me. I don't try to dump on people around me, and it, because I feel that it all comes back on you. You know, I try to stay in a positive space. I try to keep my thoughts positive, my actions positive. And the older you get, you know, the more you realize it's so much more important. So I try to live in a positive bubble, and I keep negativity away. I dealt with that growing up my whole life. It's like, it's about helping others rise up, and ultimately that helps you. Same way I'm doing with like CryptoCrow.io. You know, I'm doing this for free. I'm putting my own money and time and everything into trying to explore new business opportunities. But at this point, ultimately, it's for other people. But I also know that that will inherently help me in the long run, right? And so when we're talking about sentiment in crypto, we create the sentiment for our enemies that we ultimately want for ourselves. And that a lot of this data is tracked, okay? And so people that are out there and they're saying, oh, this project is crap because of this and this is that, and it's going down because they're holding a competitive project. Well, a lot of this data is tracked through social metrics, news media, and the like. And some are putting this data together. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of these tools. This isn't going to be a super long video because I want everybody to watch this through. I think it's important. But this is one website. Now, I'm going to get to the top 10 here in a minute. Trust me, it won't take long. But this is sentiment.net. So I'm going to link the app or the website in this chat. And before I forget, also, CryptoFace. I'm gonna put all these links in the super chat for everybody. There's sentiment.net. But CryptoFace, I use Market Cipher. Okay, he gave me a free copy of it a long time ago, and I resort to it here and there. I kind of look and I see what's happening with it. And you know, I like it, but I definitely need a refresher course. Okay, and I'm missing the one down here. I have to turn that on later. But anyway. And, you know, CryptoFace, of course, is like, let me come on your channel. I'll teach you how to use it again. I'll kind of rehash everything that's going on. I've got some really good tips that are going to help people in the market. There's 135 of you that are live right now, and I'm sure that'll continue to grow. But let me know in the comments below, not in Super Chat, because I'm probably not going to see it. Let me know in the comments below if you think it'd be a good idea to bring CryptoFace back on and help explain Market Cipher better for people. If you guys want it, I'm more than happy to do it. I don't have any problems with Market Cipher or CryptoFace for that matter. I think he's a hustler. I think he works hard. I think he's a smart kid. But I also don't want to deal with like a million people like just thrashing me and sending me messages. You know, the indicator is a sharp indicator. It's expensive, but it's sharp and it's good. If you really know how to use it, I think it could be very helpful for people that are doing manual trading. But anyway, so this is sentiment. Excuse me. This is sentiment. This is a really cool website for getting sentiment readings on pretty much any cryptocurrency out there. You select it from the drop down. Let's say Tezos. So this shows you price action, and you can add. I don't have an account on this because you basically have to use MetaMask and all that stuff. I don't mess with that kind of stuff. But you use MetaMask and then sentiment or sentiment tokens or whatever, and it basically use that to pay your subscription. Which, you know, look, I dig it. It's cool, but for me right now in my position, I just don't mess with different random things. Okay, I like to be able to keep track of exactly what I've got going on. So anyway, but this is pretty slick. I mean, this is showing social dominance. I mean, you can see it got a really big spike over here in social dominance. What that social dominance meant I don't know. It doesn't say whether that was positive or negative, only that there was a ginormous spike in people talking about it and referencing it online. And once that spike happened, you started to see the price action fall. And then now with the market going bull, I mean, this is back January 12th is where the price pretty much bottomed at $1.28. And then boom, it started shooting up like crazy and it pretty much doubled. Okay. So that's this website. Then you've got this website, which I find pretty slick. This is called cryptomood.com. Okay. Right now I'm looking at Cardano. So this is Cryptomood, and there's a lot of data available on this site. And I found these sites, I found these sites because I was actually looking for something that basically is like CoinMarketCap, but has sentiment readings within the profiles. And I found this. This still doesn't give me what I want, but it's pretty cool. And what this does is this gives you daily headlines, social networks, trending news. Then you've got a live tab over here that basically it's almost like a news aggregator that breaks down everything for you so you can check it out, almost like Crypto Panic. And, you know, on Binance, this is basically showing you the Binance chart. And then I'm not sure exactly what these green dots are yet. I'm not sure if those are like positive sentiment rallies or something like that, showing you that that's what's happening. Again, I just found this site doing my research. But there's a lot of tools on here. You've got the news sentiment, so stuff that's showing up on news sites about the project. Social sentiment, which could be most likely, and I know that one of the easiest sentiment facilities to track is Twitter. But this is social sentiment positive volume and then negative volume down here. So, and you can look up pretty much any cryptocurrency you want and then look and see, well, okay, we had a really big positive spike around this date. And then you can go through and actually see what people are saying, what it was. And there's a whole system that you can create for kind of studying cryptocurrency sentiment and maybe even projecting where that price action is going to move into the future without even having to look at this chart. But it is helpful. So now onto the big thing, the top 10 cryptocurrencies based on sentiment. You're probably going to be surprised on this. So here, I wonder if I can zoom in a bit. No, it doesn't make those boxes bigger. A little bit. Okay. So here we go. Number one, Bitcoin, obviously with a 7.6 rating, a change of 0.1. Ethereum, number two, at 6.5. Okay. You've got buzz scores, and then you've got these cent scores. Its sentiment, Ethereum sentiment is down 3.8%. Tron is in number 3. Okay, likely because of all of the stuff going on with Warren Buffett. But Tron is at 6.3%, down 4%. Now this is interesting. Waves is at 4th place at 6.3, up 2.5%. What's funny about Waves is I actually talked to somebody, I'm not going to say who, but it was somebody that definitely had a position at Waves, and he basically told me not to buy it because he said that the more people that use Waves, the lower the price gets. And I just kind of laughed, and he was like, no, really, I'm serious. He's like, the more people use it, the lower the price goes. So I found that really interesting. This was like 2 years ago, I think, maybe a year and a half ago. Number 5 is EOS at 6.2, down 5.8%. Number 6 is Cardano, which I find this interesting. I believe Cardano is going to rise up. I mean, I can see Cardano getting to the top 3 of sentiment when Shelley and Goguen start really kicking off. I think Cardano, I mean, we finally broken 6 cents. I cannot tell you people how excited I am about Cardano. I mean, you know, I even posted on Twitter because I've had so many people come to me and say, Crow, how much is Charles paying you? How much does Cardano pay you to talk about their project? You know, you've been talking about them for 2 years. You know, basically going on. I'm like, they have never given me shit. Ever. Nothing. Not a single Cardano, not a single ADA token. They have never given me anything. So, I mean, Charles was even supposed to come and talk at my convention, and then I had to change the date, and then he couldn't make it anymore. So it's like, he didn't even give me that. You know what I mean? It's like, they haven't given me anything. Charles is gracious enough to do like live interviews with me pretty much anytime I ask him. And I try not to squeeze that too much because I don't want to squeeze all the juice out of it all at once. So, you know, it's definitely kind of a give and take relationship, but they've never paid me a dime. And I posted on Twitter and I said, look, you know, I would love to be sponsored by Cardano. I mean, I want to accumulate as much as I possibly can. And I posted a thing on there and I started getting a lot of haters like, sponsor you for what? I don't know if people just, they follow me and they're not, or maybe they don't even follow me, but I was just getting a lot of kind of just shitty comments. I was like, all right, forget it. I'm going to wipe it. But, you know, for those that don't know, I've been talking about Cardano and I've been bullish on Cardano since before anyone else was on the internet. Okay. I shouldn't say anyone else, but before it was like a big deal, I was one of the first proponents of this project. And I, you know, and I'm not saying that I was the first, there were others, but I have passionately been just absolutely in love with this project and everything involved and associated with it since the very beginning. So I feel that I deserve it, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below if you think I deserve to have Cardano sponsor my channel. So anyway, moving on. Monero, which we know Monero's up a 1%, which is pretty good. And I'm going to click on, well, let's I don't know if that actually gives me any information. Here we go. Yeah. Your one-stop data dashboard. Introducing Omenix, technical analysis, social, blockchain data, sentiment. So this is basically a combination of everything. So this, if you click it, it basically explains to you what is happening. Positive, very bullish in the technicals for Manero. And again, this is Omenix.com. That's where this just took us. And well, that's the site is Omenix. So Omenix.com, and I'm going to be bookmarking this actually and referencing it quite often because I really dig this site. So we've got Manero. Where are we at? Oh, did I didn't change it. Happened. Hold on. There we go. Okay, Manero. Now this is a good one that I'm actually kind of surprised by. OX or 0x. I think that's Decentraland, if I'm not mistaken. It's been so long since I've looked into this particular project. Bullish technicals. News sentiment is very positive. You've got your overall buzz is average, and then social sentiment is neutral. So by looking at this, I'm going to guess that, you know, article writers, media, all these guys are talking about it, but a lot of people are more interested in the bags they hold. So that's why they're not talking about it as much on social media. But the technicals and everything else are lining up to make this a promising buy. So yeah, anything 6 and above, or 6.1 and above, I would say is positive, and then 7.5 to 10 is very positive. So that's just, I love this site. This site is like the answer to all my prayers. So yeah, I really, really like this. Omenix.com. And you can upgrade. Shit, I need to get Omenix to sponsor me. I'll use their site on all my videos. So Stellar Lumens is next at 6.1, down 4.1%. And then number 10 is Ontology, which Ontology is actually beating Neo. I don't even know how far down Neo is. Neo is down somewhere. There it is, all the way down here at 5.1, down 4.5%. So just in sentiment alone, Ontology is whooping Neo, which I find very interesting. I actually bought into both because I figure, you know what, these two are going to be the ones that are jousting against each other through the bull market. And as long as they're keeping each other honest and pushing each other to go further and do better things, then I win either way. strong sentiment score, positive social sentiment. So a lot of people are talking about this on social media. Very bullish technicals, very positive news, and average overall buzz. I dig it. So there you go. That's your top 10 cryptocurrencies by sentiment using omenix.com to get that data. So obviously Bitcoin being the number one. Now what's going to happen ultimately is that when you think about this from a psychological perspective, you're going to be able to see that as Bitcoin gets closer to its $20,000 high and some of that overflow, there are going to be people that think, okay, I can go into Cardano or Tron or Stellar Lumens or OMG or any of these other projects and likely get bigger gains than I can by continuing to hold my Bitcoin. So they're likely going to start taking their profits. They might take 20% profit from the gains in Bitcoin's rise, put that into altcoins, make more significant gains, and then buy back into Bitcoin towards the end. That's what I think could happen. And I think that sentiment score can play a pretty significant factor in what's going to happen with that. Icon has the highest buzz right now. Biggest increase in price is Dogecoin at 14.3%. Holochain is biggest gainer in sentiment score, and then highest overall is of course Bitcoin. So there you go. I mean, that should hopefully point you guys into the right direction and get you guys some really good data to kind of help, whether it's your technical analysis, maybe your trading ideas, or just your overall comfort level as to, if you've got a bag and you're holding it, check it out and see what's VeChain up to. Let's take a look, because I hear about that all the time. Everybody, VeChain. Well, what's their real sentiment? What are their real numbers outside of people spamming YouTubes? Very bullish technicals, so that's good. Positive social sentiment, positive news sentiment, not buzzing. That's interesting. Not buzzing. Okay. Stay alert. News and social media trends. I really do love this site. I mean, they put a lot of good stuff in here, man. All right, so there you go. Let me know what you guys think of this video. I'm going to keep it short at 22 minutes. I want to make sure everybody checks it out, learns from it. You've got Sandbase, Crypto Mood, and Omenix, basically to help you with your cryptocurrency sentiment valuations. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks. I love you. I miss you. I come on here every day now with something helpful just to make sure that I'm basically playing a role in making your day hopefully a lot better. And I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all of your subscriptions, your thumbs up. They all really mean a lot more now than I think ever. And it's really inspiring me to make sure I show up every day for you guys. So thank you for being there for me. And I'll see you again real soon. Crow your coins. Enjoy your weekend and stay safe.